Oh, look, it's a mayor. Oh, look, it's a politician using my religion. Oh no, I've said too much. You know what, I'll probably say more. Because I feel a slap is necessary.
I slap you, I slap you down. I slap you, I slap you down. I slap you with violence.
There is a picture of the former Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Keith. He is in a mosque and he's praying. This was during 2020. I think it was 2020, the elections, the general elections, in the middle of the pandemic. And it is a beautiful photo. I think it, man goes to pray. Let man pray. The problem is, I don't remember seeing much photos of him at any other time. It's like coming close to elections, politicians know that in this deeply religious society that we live in, if you want to make an actual dent, then you need to pander to the religious vote. They will use your religion in order to gain votes. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't need to have religious leaders be part of the conversation. I'm still very much neck deep in my religion, in my Christianity. Why not? Bring us on board. Let's talk. The thing is, how about we do it all the time? This is where you say to me, but Tracy, the political entities always call on the members of the clergy and, to come and help with the nation. The nation is in crisis. We need more prayers. True. Okay. Yeah. Except it's ramped up when it comes to elections. There are certain decisions and things that are said and done just to make sure that the religious vote stays in the proper hands. So it's not entirely surprising to see all of a sudden politicians showing up at cathedrals and churches and mosques and temples and stuff to suddenly get more prayers, to suddenly have them call on all the religious leaders to come together so that we can figure out a solution for the country, for them to stand up and suddenly decide on an election year that religious group X needed money to build and fund and do the things that are important to them. I don't really. And going back to that one photo, I'm not trying to incur the wrath of anybody. That's not my point here. But it's just so weird because as someone who has an entourage with a special media division and all that kind of stuff, I would think that I would see more photos of him in mosques. Now, if he went to the mosque to genuinely pray, and he has done that like frequently, then brilliant. But it just felt like a photo op. And he's not the only one. Every time a political entity goes and wraps her head up, to be one with the spiritual shouter Baptist people, I wonder. Every time somebody comes and says, hey, you know what? We are very keen on making sure that certain laws stay the way they are so that, we can stay a holy nation. I wonder. And we buy into it. We buy into it because these people say the right thing. For example, let's go all the way back to the 2010s. Then Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar had started to talk about gender equality and gender rights and all that kind of stuff. And I remember being in San Fernando and seeing a newspaper article where they were going to include the members of the LGBTQIA community in deeper discussions and have them under that gender protocol, and it was going to be a thing. Fast forward to 2014, where it's the year before the election. And she's doing some rounds, I think it was in New York, and a reporter asked her about gay rights in Trinidad and Tobago, and her response was, that's too, and I'm paraphrasing here, That's too much of an issue and too complicated. And also, the church has to, this is not a decision for her. This is a decision for the church. And, I don't see that being basically deny, deny, deny. And put the blame on the Catholic Church, on the church in general. In fact, at a point I remember reading an article, I'll go look for it, an article where the church was like, why are you bringing us into this? Because it's always funny how people love separation of church and state until voting time. Because no matter what you think about political entity A, B, C, D, or X, the reality is these people are not that stupid. They know that the religious vote is going to carry. People already in this country already assume that one political entity is the divine light of the Father made flesh, and the other light is Satanicus Rex. So when you pander just a little bit more, from your pulpit or from your mosque or from the temple to sway voters, thinking that they have your interest at heart, well, you're kind of looking for a slap. I slap you.
I slap you, I slap you down. I slap you, I slap you down. I slap you with violence.